crap. I have to pee. I have to pee so bad. I think every pregnant woman probably has peed themselves at one point in their pregnancy. My underwear is a little bit wet, but hey, I made it, and most of the pee got into the toilet, so it's fine. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmin, for those of you who do not know. I am just now getting around to filming my 38-week pregnancy update. Today is Sunday, and I am 38 weeks and 5 days now? Yes, 38 weeks and 5 days. So I'll be 39 weeks soon, which is insane. But we're gonna talk about my 38 week. And it was a little bit of an adventure, I would say, but we made it through. Logan is still healthy and inside of my stomach, and she is just waiting for her debut. So I will get started. So to start, I will talk about how I ended up in the hospital this week. I'm in a great place now, but I was very emotional when I ended up having to go through triage at my hospital, which was very nerve-wracking and very emotional for me, which I didn't expect it to be that emotional, but it was, obviously. So I can just get into that and just talk about what happened. So basically, Wednesday night, I woke up in the middle of the night, maybe 1 or 2 a.m. and excruciating, my head was pounding. I had a massive headache that woke me up out of my sleep, and I was just, which was really unusual. I don't really get a lot of headaches, so that was really unusual for me. So I woke up, didn't really think anything of it, took some Tylenol, I went to the bathroom, went back to sleep. Then I woke up. I typically wake up 8 or 9 every morning, and that's me forcing myself to sleep till then. So I woke up, I was going to go to breakfast with one of my friends. So I woke up, my headache was still there, but I didn't really think anything of it. I was just I'll take more Tylenol, but I didn't really think too much of it. Went to breakfast, got there around 9:30, and I felt fine. I sat down, my friend was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just kind of confused at why she was asking me. I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she was like, "Oh, you just don't look you look like something's wrong." And I was like, "No, I feel fine." And literally out of nowhere, I gag, and I could feel the throw up in the back of my throat, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up." So it kind of went back down, and I was just I don't feel nauseous. So that was really, really weird. I haven't had a vomiting episode in a while. I was really sick in my first, in beginning of my second trimester, but it's been a long time since I've had nauseous and vomiting. So I was like, that's really weird for me to and I didn't even eat anything yet. So I was like, that's really weird for me to have had the need to vomit. So that was really weird. So then I kept sitting there, and I was like, I kind of don't feel well. So I went to the bathroom, started vomiting. I was and I didn't have anything on my stomach early. I had taken my vitamins, my prenatal vitamins, had some Gatorade before I left, but I hadn't eaten breakfast yet. Started vomiting, and it was all stomach acid. Kept vomiting, and I was like, what is going on? I have not done this in so long. I was just I don't know. So I didn't really feel well the rest of the day. I left, and then I had called my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I really do not feel well. I have this massive headache that won't go away. I've been taking Tylenol. I've now had a vomiting episode. I feel really nauseous. I don't really feel well." And now I'm starting to freak out, because I was Logan hasn't been moving as much. I didn't really think anything of it before because she's so active. But I was I mean, for the past now since last night, it's I have to, even when I eat, she wasn't moving as much as she normally does. And so I was now freaking freaking out. So I was like, okay, like now that I've had this headache, I've been vomiting, I'm now nauseous, I don't feel well at all. Now I'm like questioning, like, is Logan moving enough? Like, is something wrong? So I ended up calling my doctor. And I had to leave a message because I called the nurse. I had to leave a message and then they called me back by the time I got home. So I got home, and they had called me back, and I like let them know what was going on. And she was like, I think you need to go to the hospital. And I was like, literally, she didn't even like finish the sentence and I'm like hysterically crying. And my mom was like, what is wrong? And I'm just like, I can't even speak because I'm crying so much. I'm just like freaking out inside and I'm just like crying. And I'm like, I have to go to the hospital. Apparently, like the monitoring that they need to do, they are unable to do in the doctor's office. So I need to go through triage. And my nurse was like, I'll let triage know you're coming, so they're prepared, and like, that's it. So I ended up going to the hospital, and I was monitored. They did like fetal monitoring for a while. I gave like a pee sample. They took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was high. It was like 140s over like 90s, I think. So then they ended up putting me in a room, got fetal monitoring, and Logan's heartbeat was like so strong. Like she's a champ. She was doing great. So then the doctor had came in and like asked me what was going on and stuff, and she said that her heart rate, Logan's heart rate, was like completely normal, but I guess she didn't see as much fetal movement as she would typically like to see. So she ended up ordering me a biophysical ultrasound, which basically the biophysical ultrasound looks at fetal movement. It looks at how much amniotic fluid you have. It looks at if baby is doing practice breathing, which practice breathing is something that babies do at this point in pregnancy just to practice breathing. So they're basically breathing in the amniotic fluid. So they said that they want to see that for at least 30 seconds and they need to see it once, and Logan was doing it like for a while. So she's literally a champ and so strong, baby girl. But so she passed the biophysical ultrasound with like flying colors. So that like kind of like made me settle down. I was like, okay, Logan's fine. But they still wanted to monitor my blood pressure and they wanted to monitor her just a little bit longer. They ended up putting an IV in me and giving me fluids. They gave me medicine for my head. And I think that's all they did. They took blood work. The blood work came back, everything was fine. The medicine helped a lot. Like my head wasn't pounding, but it still was kind of there. The fluids definitely helped. So they're thinking that I probably was dehydrated, which is insane because of how much water I drank. Like, I was like, I drink water like constantly. There's no way I was dehydrated, but I guess Logan was taking everything and Logan's probably greedy and I got dehydrated somehow, which was making me have a headache and all this other stuff. So everything ended up being okay. I was in the hospital for like 4 hours that day. And yeah, so that is my hospital story and why I ended up in the hospital. But everything's great. I'm feeling okay. I'm pushing along. I have like, what, 9 days left until my due date. So we're moving. So to move on, that was, I feel like, a long story. Was it not a long story? I feel like it was, but health is wealth and I am healthy and so is Logan. So yeah, that was it. Symptoms wise, we can talk about symptoms. So if you have not watched my 37-week update, you can go check that out, and also my 36-week update you can go check out. I talk about the same symptoms and kind of if they're progressing, still there, worse, better. So my feet and so my feet swelling is about the same I mean, nothing's really changed. I still have swollen feet, but it hasn't changed since last week. It's kind of just still been the same. My fingers though have been swelling so bad, which is new. My fingers have not been swollen, and they have been so swollen this week that they hurt. Like my joints hurt. Like bending my fingers and like doing this is like very painful for me. Like I have to keep ice packs on my hands just to kind of get some relief, but like it doesn't really give me much. It's worse in the morning, probably because I'm sleeping all night and not moving them and not using them, so they're kind of just idle and not really doing much. So it definitely is worse in the morning, and as I like stretch them out and keep moving and doing things, it kind of gets better, but it never really goes away. So I have been having joint pain because of the swelling. What else? Pelvic pressure has been the same. I definitely think it was worse last week than it was this week, which is weird because I feel like it would be the opposite, but it's kind of been the same. It's been tolerable. I've been able to tolerate it. Hasn't been crazy. The cramping, on the other hand, I've been having more cramping, and that's kind of like a little bit more painful for me. It kind of feels like menstrual cramps, but like a little bit worse. And I hated my menstrual cramps, so I just don't do well. So I've been struggling with that. And then my back pain's kind of been like my pelvic pressure. Kind of, it's been the same how it has been. I've been able to tolerate it, haven't really complained too much about it. Definitely just like have been taking it easy, laying down, kind of laying around the house, not really doing much. When I walk, it's like 10 times worse than when I'm just like relaxed. So I try not to do too much these days. Try not to walk. I'm trying to make it to my due date, so I don't want to like walk the baby down, as they say. I don't know if that works for everyone, but I don't want to do that. So I've been trying to take it easy and not doing too much. What else? My hemorrhoids, still the same. I mean, I think it's just going to be an ongoing issue at this point. Still using the hemorrhoid preparation H cream. My doctor did give me something else. I don't remember what it's called. I think like Procto foam, maybe. There's like all these pieces you have to like put together. It's like this foam. You like stick it in your anus, 'cause I guess it's more for the internal hemorrhoids. And then the cream that I use is for the external ones. So you can have internal hemorrhoids that's like inside of your anus. So I guess you just stick it, it's like a little applicator. You like stick it in your anus and you like push all the foam in. It's a lot, but I've been trying it, haven't really seen it. Well, I've only been able to use it once. So once I use it more, I'll let you guys know how it's working. I don't really know at this point, but that is it. Braxton Hicks, like I don't know if I'm the only one. I mean, I know they're supposed to be painless, but like I haven't really noticed them. I know I said that last week in my update video, but I haven't really noticed them. Haven't had contractions. So I don't know, maybe I just like don't know what to look for is my only other guess, because I feel like I should be having them, right? Maybe not, I don't know. But we're just still gonna put a question mark on those Braxton Hicks contractions. What else? Still sleeping okay, as well as I can, because I get up every hour to pee, but in between the peeing I do sleep okay. So my body pillow and like my 1,000 pillows that I like surround myself with definitely helps. So pillows are your friend when you're pregnant, I'm telling you. Peeing, I talked about peeing a lot more. I literally the other day, it might have been Friday, I like went out, I think to the park, and I had to pee. Well, I ended up leaving the park because I had very bad cramping and I was like so uncomfortable. I like started crying, like it was like awful. So I ended up leaving the park, and I knew I had to go to the bathroom, but I had forgot because I'm like more worried about the fact that I have to like make it back to my car with these cramps that I'm having. So I'm like trying to waddle to the car and forgot I had to use the bathroom. So I skipped that part. So I'm like in the car and my cramps finally settle down and I'm like, oh crap, I have to pee. I have to pee so bad. So we end up going to the grocery store. I'm like waddling in there, about to pee my pants. Like, I think every pregnant woman probably has peed herself at one point in their pregnancy. And don't lie, because I feel like that's a thing. I personally haven't had that episode yet, and I still haven't, but I can say that when I got to the bathroom, I like pulled down my pants and I'm like, I definitely tinkled a little bit. Definitely didn't hold all the pee in because my underwear is a little bit wet, but hey, I made it and most of the pee got into the toilet, so it's fine. But do not be embarrassed if you pee yourself, because I was like this close to like having a full-blown bathroom session inside of the car. Which, I mean, hey, when a baby's pushing on your bladder, like what else are you supposed to do? Like, I don't know. I'm not walking around in like adult diapers. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing that. But yeah, so that's that with my peeing. Still bad, but hey, whatever. And I didn't talk about this last week, but I talked about it in my 36-week video, update video, how gassy I've been. I've been like, it gets worse, I feel like, every week. Like, it's like I have to warn people, like, hey, by the way, I know you see I'm pregnant. I'm also very gassy, so if I burp every 5 seconds, like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't, it's nothing I can control. Like, it literally, if I can't even try to hold it in because it just like takes over my body and just like comes out. Like, Logan's like, joke's on you, like you're gonna be burping all day is basically what I feel like she's saying. It's worse after I eat. Oh, excuse me. If I eat something, especially if it's like, if I eat bad, which I kind of have been. Like yesterday I had pizza. Sorry, like I'm burping. They don't smell, but it's just like, you know, like hearing someone burp, it's just like, can you like cover your mouth? And I'm like, I am covering my mouth. I even try to keep my mouth closed and it still comes out. And then on the other end, no shame in my game, like honestly. Like, I know it's gross and probably people don't. Like, I've never been the type to like burp or fart, to be honest. Like, I just never, I don't know, I just never really been that person, I guess. But let me tell you, I don't even want to tell you because it's just like so manly, I feel like. Like, I feel like a woman should not be burping and farting like that, but I'm like, it's not me, it's Logan. Like, blame Logan, don't blame me. But it's okay, because I'm sure we all have it. And if you do not feel bad, because me, I am very gassy. And that's one thing that I cannot wait to go away when I have Logan. But that's it with my symptoms. Otherwise, I've been feeling great this week. I'm just trying to push myself to get to June 25th. And I've been talking to Logan. Logan is right now still on board for June 25th. I hope she doesn't make any surprises to mommy, because we need to make it to June 25th. Lastly, my doctor's appointment. This week was Friday. They've been on Friday, which is like, kind of pushes my update video back, but hey, whatever. But doctor's appointment, nothing really has changed. I am still 1 centimeter dilated. I'm still about 70%, 75%-ish effaced, which is the thinning out of my cervix. Baby is still head down and in great position. What else? My weight has stayed the same, guys. I know I was like freaking out last week because I was like almost pushing 190, but it stayed the same. It's 188, so I'm happy about that. I did eat healthy this week, kinda. We bought a whole bunch of fruit and stuff, which you can see in my day in the life video, so go check that out if you have not. But bought a whole bunch of fruits. I've been, oh, my voice. So I've been eating fruit kind of with my, like, as snacks. I've been kind of staying away from the sweets and all that stuff. My breakfast and dinner has been pretty healthy. I think I had like maybe 1 or 2 bad meals, but like I've been doing great. Like, I mean, it's hard to eat healthy, especially at this point. Like, you're just so over it. You're like, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. Like, at this point, who cares? But I've been trying because I did not want to gain another pound. Like, if I hit 190, I think I would have fainted. So still at 188, so that is great. But yeah, after Thursday, Logan has been moving like a champ and she's back to herself. I feel like, I don't know, probably I was dehydrated and she probably wasn't, my voice, oh my goodness. And she probably just wasn't moving as much because she's like, mommy, give me some more fluid, which I ended up giving her in the hospital. So, but she's been moving a lot better, which makes me so happy. I love when she moves. It's like bittersweet. You're like, ow, it hurts, but like it just, you're like, want her to move, but you know, but we're just still playing the baby game, still on baby watch, and we're just waiting for baby Logan to come. I cannot wait. I can't believe it's 9 days away. Well, I guess she's coming whenever, but the due date's 9 days away, which is insane to me. But yeah, I'm like so ready. Ugh, guys, you don't understand. Well, you probably do, but so ready. So yeah, that is my 38-week pregnancy update video. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure that you get the notification when I upload videos. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video.